What is good, everybody? Welcome to Two Jews with the News. I am GoStoner here as always with the Blunt News. Brian, what is good, brother? How you doing today?
What's going on, my friend? What's going on?
Oh man, I am ready to spark it up and talk about some shit. How's the week been?
Some shit. Oh my
Uh,
God. Right away?
right, some shit.
Right away.
Oh man, I know our bank accounts are getting a little fatter these days.
Do you know what? Philly, because I'm outside of Philly. Philly was one of the first areas to report some people saying, "Hey, I checked my bank account and it's here already."
Oh really? It's in like that.
Yes, I think they're doing some of the major cities first. And
That's nice. I'm not a direct deposit guy. I'm gonna get
a
it.
check.
Yeah, get the check, which is fine. I don't mind waiting. I'm good with that. What are you smoking on today?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over that cloud.
It was a foggy cloud. What are you smoking on today, sir?
That was some of my delicious, organic, homegrown Northern Lights.
Take me there. Take me right to those lights.
And a Northern Lights to you.
Northern Lights to you. Oh man. So obviously what we were just talking about is the COVID bill, the relief package, and it passed overwhelmingly with, well, I mean, not overwhelmingly.
You said it.
Partisanly, I should say, right? Because obviously no Republicans voted for this bill, even though they want to take credit for it, right?
Zero.
And they're still going to go march to their constituents and say, hey, look what we passed for you guys. And I don't think that's going to work out too well for them, even though they're going to push and say they did. We're already seeing a backlash on Twitter, right? I shared with you that post earlier today. How fucking funny is that bitch?
They're getting called out. I mean, it's so many of these Republicans, part of the problem, and you can clearly see it, and I think it'll be part of history classes and psychology classes and sociology classes. They'll examine these few Republicans who literally you can see their whole demeanor. They think everybody around them is stupid. They literally think everyone around them is stupid.
Yeah. We're all and have the Men in Black flashers. We don't know what's going on. We're not reading the news. It's 1958 and nobody has the source of news but them, apparently. That's who they think they're talking to. For the most part, they are talking to older people that don't really follow much of other news than what they hear on their local radio stations, what they get at church. But what you're saying is 100% correct. They feel like they're talking to a bunch of non-educated idiots. And for the most part, I hate to say it, in these territories that they go back to, guys, you're on the lower scale of education. Not to say we're on the high end, but
Hey, look, my whole thing is about education from the beginning.
Right. Yeah, education always makes it matter in the end.
Yes, it does.
It does. So the COVID relief bill, they didn't vote for it, but it's the biggest bill that's passed in the House, the Senate, trillions of dollars for the middle class. The first bill, a lot of it went to the upper class, little big tax breaks for these people. The small business loans, I think, are going to be more powerful now for small businesses. I like the way that is, and I like the extension on the unemployment benefits, even though they're not getting more. They extended it a little longer. Now that the coronavirus is kind of going to its end, we're going to have more shit. I think it's giving that little cushion. And if they need to pass more, they will, I think. Yeah. What do you think? You don't think they're going to pass anymore? This is it?
This was it. That's why they pushed for so much. And the one thing I do like in here, a lot of the funding opportunities will be available for small business owners that are minorities.
Yeah.
So where technically, let's say you have your average black guy and the bank would just turn him down because it just kind of was what it was. And that's what they do. They really do. There's don't even get me started on the banking industry. But and they'll have that money available. So a small business owner who's Black, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, all, you know, will have access to what would literally be put aside for just the whites.
Just the whites was, dude. Speaking of the whites, you saw South Park, right?
No.
Oh
No.
no. Okay. Homework.
Don't
watch.
Yeah. I did not get to see it. I saw clips, so I can comment on the same commercials everybody else saw.
No, watch.
I didn't watch the episode.
Genius, dude. They fucking hit it out of the park again. Please watch. They killed it.
That's where I was saying this whole time, like, where is South Park on all of this? And it's like, why did
back
they?
And waiting.
I know they was, but I know it kind of it wrote itself. But
there's a line in it. Speaking of you saying that, there is a line. Literally, when you think of South Park, it's the craziest shit. It's the most exaggerated sense of humor in the world, right? There is. Well, yeah, it is. It's the exaggerated version of the reality, right?
Is it?
It is. In a sense, that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's the way
in this show,
right?
In this show,
but
there is a line that is they don't even have to joke. It's not even like they made this up. The writers are on the room and like, let's think of the craziest thing you could possibly think of and say that. It was reality, and the fact and the punchline to this joke is, who the fuck would think of that? Like, who the fuck would think that's actually real? And when you see this, you're gonna be like, holy shit, that's it. They went peak South Park. We're in peak South Park right now.
Yeah.
Promise you. So back to the bill. Big. We passed it. It's going to be great for us. The dispensaries are going to be overwhelmed. I think by the summer, businesses are going to be fucking booming. I was out just yesterday driving around, and there was traffic fucking everywhere. Everybody was at the stores. It felt like just there was lines just everywhere. And I don't know if it was because of the stimulus check. The weather's nicer, obviously. People are getting the vaccine. People have money to spend.
Both. It's all of it.
We're going to see a huge boom of this economy. I think the Roaring 20s is going to be a reality if we get everyone vaccinated. We get to that herd immunity, and everybody has more money in their pocket. This Christmas is going to be a very good Christmas for a lot of people.
You don't see the spike and then coming right back. You don't see it.
There's going to be a little one. I do feel there's going to be one, but there's going to be so many people that are going to be vaccinated by that point. That
again, the vaccines are still on the original variant.
I agree, but I don't think we're going to see the spike that we did see in November. We're never going to get back to December. We're not going to see those numbers ever again. We'll see the 60 to 70 to $80,000 or 80,000 the cases at that. We might see 1,500 to 2,000 deaths again, but the height that we got to, we're never gonna see that again. I think those days are gone. Just because we have it under control. Unless Texas and these places that open up too soon fuck it up for everybody else. That's the only way.
It's already done. It's already happening.
I guess we're not going to see the results to that for another 2 weeks, right?
It's I think how he said, May 1st, right? Didn't Biden say by May 1st, right? That was everybody. Right. Okay. Or the majority, whatever the words were.
Every adult by May 1st can get a shot.
I think that's wishful thinking.
You don't think everybody's... Well, I mean, they're going to be able to. There's going to be enough vaccinations for everybody. But now everybody's going to be able to go May 1st and get their shot.
Right. It doesn't mean it to get to the end game, to get into that person's arm.
Yes. By end of June, early July.
No, I don't think this happens for like another year. You're talking million. How many people in the United States? Just the time. The time alone. Just the time alone. I bet the government starts hiring for jobs as just like, just the person who brings the tray of needles over to the nurse. Like, okay, you get $15 an hour. You're an essential worker.
But
And you
adults,
just,
right? So it's adults. So there's kids. So say there's what 180 million to
there's not going
200
to be
million
a
adults.
vaccine. There's not going to be a vaccine for the kids.
Well, I don't fuck the kids.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I'm sorry. We love the kids here, but they, this is shown not to really affect the kids as much as it does everybody else. So I that's not something I really worry about. I think us getting back to a herd immunity, the kids don't need to be all vaccinated. It needs to be the old people and the adults. That's just really it. And the kids, they're going to catch a fucking flu. They're going to get the cold. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's them spreading it to the older people that's always been the fucking problem, and the older people that have been susceptible to it. That's just been the issue. And if we could keep those little germ monkeys away, because that's really what they are, dude. They are just virus carrying fucks because they don't wash their hands. You have kids, bro. Tell me, they just eat shit off the floor. They do things we would just never do as human beings.
Oh Lord, kids are funny, bro. Oh man,
dude, nieces and nephews, and I watch them like they're playing with the bottom of their shoe that's been like everywhere, and then they lick their finger.
yeah,
Like, no,
yeah.
you don't lick your finger, bro.
Yeah.
And then they want to put that finger in your mouth. Like, eat my finger food. No, I don't want your finger food. Your finger food is gonna catch me the new strain of fucking COVID-28, dude. I don't want it. COVID bill, right? That's all well and good. Right. I don't know if you know what's going on in the vape industry with what happened, what Trump did in the old COVID bill. Are you familiar with there's I forget what the fuck it's HR, whatever the fuck it is, but it's putting a ban on vape products going through mail services, meaning cartridges, anything that is vape product related by April 25th will not be able to be sent distribution wise through mail, meaning G-Pen, fucking any dank vapes because they're a fucking great company, reputable. Stizzy, any company out there that has a vape cartridge or product like Puffco or Carta cannot ship that shit.
I heard about this and I didn't give it a second look. When
there's nothing you could do about it.
When you have a product that just works for the industry that it's supposed to work for, that's basically, I mean, I'm not in anybody's pocket because look, nowadays $5 for somebody could mean holy shit, $5. But in general, most vape products are accessible financially because even if you get a cheap battery or a cheap anything, you can get one. Even if you don't know the quality, you can still get one. Anything that's good for this industry, which they are, will find a way.
Oh yeah.
So why am I giving it another thought? That was my thought process on
it. Here's what's my issue with it is it going to find a way? Because these guys are really fucking worried. Every day I'm hearing from these companies, Pulsar and they're worried.
Do you think that's more marketing?
To buy their product now?
I have a really big suspicion and a really big thought revolving around this that most of these things were made offshore. Mm-hmm. Do you know how cheap this is to actually make?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
have you done your research?
No.
I've done my research. When I tell you that all these companies out there that really want to talk shit, this is change. This is change made in China. Not this. I'm not going to talk smack about this company.
Sure.
I'm just saying in general, just the average vape product. Mm-hmm. And then the company will just put their logo on it. So you'll have, this well-known name vape company, and then this well-known name vape company with a similar product that just look different, it's because they were made in the same factory. The left side of the factory floor made it blue with a shiny dot, and the right side of the factory floor painted it red with a black dot and shipped it off in 2 different boxes. It's the same piece of equipment.
We have that in the lighting industry. It's OEMing. There's a building that does like fucking every fan in the industry.
Exactly. No, it's all from. I know this.
Yeah,
I've done the research. I've talked to people. I get where it's all coming from. Yep. So when these companies start saying things like, "Oh, it's someone else's fault. We may be in trouble," that's because they bought 50 million of them. Like, think about the numbers you'd have to spend to get the price down so little to make that profit back so much.
Yeah.
And they have 50 million of these things sitting in warehouses.
Oh God, by the crate, dude. Yeah, they
by the crate, and they have an expiration date. They're not going to last forever.
There's a new technology out there that needs to come in, and their stocks are their shelves are stocked. So I hear what you're saying. It could be a technology. Play, but what is happening is a true statement. It is in the COVID bill. They are trying to ban this thing through the mail. My buddy, I have a buddy out there who works for a CBD company who I was working in, we've been talking about getting into business together and shit like that. I helped him was going to help him do some reviews for his product. And he has some other shit that he sells, but his business is about 70% vape cartridges. And he says this ban alone will destroy his business. Like, 70% of his business is just gone. And he can't survive on that 30%.
This is diversification. This is the red flag of the pre-cannabis, culture that the United States is going to become. That if we don't diversify enough, where are we going?
You're going to be pigeonholed into one.
Everybody's going to have a vape cartridge. Everybody. I could start a vape business right now. It's that simple.
Yep.
It doesn't mean it'll be good, and it doesn't mean it'll be safe, and it doesn't mean it'll be legal. It just means like that.
Yeah, Brian's fucking tasty oil treats from his garage.
Exactly. So
I'll buy it. I'll fucking get on it.
You know what I mean?
But I know the source. I know it's
but if you know the source, you know me. I don't fuck with any chemicals. I'm all organic, whatever. But if you don't know where it's coming from,
exactly.
Who the fuck? Like, they could be peeing on everything, shitting on everything.
It's true though.
You don't know.
You don't know. But okay. Now we got to go back to the back in the day because we're all old enough to fucking know.
It's just the regulation side of it.
Dude. Fuck that regulation side of it shit. You and I are old enough to where weed wasn't legal. Come on. Not legal. We were going to the fucking local Exxon. We were buying it from who the fuck knows.
No,
what the fuck was it?
We always...
Dude, it's some G13. Yeah, bro, it's got seeds in it. What the fuck?
No, we were lucky. We were lucky. We always had a hookup, or we always had it ourselves, or we were always able to call a friend and within an hour or two.
Were they growers that you knew personally, that you knew everything that was happening to it?
No,
or were they just guys in the hood? That's what it was for me.
No, they were just friends that I had who were connected to the growers or the bigger guys.
Okay.
So no, not on that kind of scale. Just a hookup of a hookup of a hookup, and you get some trickle down.
You get some trickle down.
That trickle down weedonomics.
I gotcha. Oh man. So all right. Well, hopefully with this bill, it's unfortunately what happened is it's a little too late for the vape companies to do anything because it was snuck in there last minute. Nobody was organized enough, so they're trying to organize, and they got a month, and I don't think they're going to be able to figure it out in a month unless Biden or Congress steps in and amends it somehow, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think this is really going to hurt the industry pretty bad.
And then Biden's going to get blamed for it.
You said it. And this is a Republican thing that they slid in last fucking minute. So I got to ask you something. Are you familiar with this show that just came out on Netflix called Marriage or Mortgage?
I saw the coming attractions
You
for it,
did.
and
You did.
it piqued my interest.
Okay, so I have the coming attractions here.
Okay.
Let's, for everybody's enjoyment, in case you don't know what this show is, we have to play this trailer real quick for all. Let's see if I could unmute this here, and I don't think it is unmuting for some reason. Can you hear it?
I can't.
You can't. That doesn't help us at all.
Okay.
Would you
be able to edit that in?
I can't. Let's try it this way.
See if you can try it again. Make sure everything would be set up right, and then try it again, and then you could just edit that part out.
All right, hold up.
So try it. Bring it back in.
I think because we are on a thing, it's not working. But let's just give this a shot real quick.
Okay.
Share screen. All right. We got sound? No, we don't.
No.
Yes, no.
No.
No. Boo hiss. All right. Well, unfortunately, that is not working.
All right. Okay.
That's a damn shame.
We cut this out. That's all.
But anyway, there is a show, and it is absolutely peak fucking America, dude. This show had me so angry just watching it. First off, the decision, right? It just no brainer. Why are we even watching this show to start with? You're gonna go with the house, bro. Right? What do you before we even get into it? What do you do? Marriage or mortgage? Do you do the wedding? Do you do the mortgage?
Mortgage.
Okay.
House. That's just my thought process 100%. But there really is something to this. There is. And I don't know if we're qualified to have that. We can only give a male opinion. Well, I'm a male. I identify as a male. You identify as a male.
I do, but I watch with my wife, and she is a female.
Right.
Yeah, she is a female. Okay. Yeah.
Right. So I don't think we're qualified. I think this really does come from a female perspective that I don't know if it's a sentiment thing that they need to be celebrated on that day, because that's what it is. It's like my last super celebration party. Hurrah.
Hurrah, huzzah.
No, but
I hear you. It is true.
Is it in the genes? Is it in our blood that's how women feel? Or is that something society has taught us that maybe we need to unteach?
It is, yes. It's both those things. What you just said is 100% true. It's something that's been ingrained in us and instilled in us, and as a tradition, which is why I had one, obviously. But it was only because the parents paid for it. If the parents weren't paying for it, we were just going to go down to the fucking church and get an annulment and, call it quits and take that money and spend it elsewhere. So, and that's why with the show, when we're watching it, we're like, yo, if you're going to give us $35,000, which that's not the premise of the show. Like, they have 35,000 or they have 30. That's their budget. They could either buy a house with that money, or they could have one day celebration with that money.
Right.
And these two women, one's a realtor, one's a marriage fucking, person who does all these parties or whatever. Marriage.
Oh, like a party planner.
Yeah. Okay. They put together the budget. They give them both the day. They look at 3 houses within their budget. Then the party planner takes them and looks at tries to give them their ideal wedding, their picture perfect wedding within their budget. And then at the end, they have to decide. The first episode pissed me off thoroughly.
Oh, it already started. The series started. Okay. I saw the coming attractions, but I didn't know if it already started or it's like, coming up soon.
No, on Netflix, it's I think it's only a few weeks old, because when I was going to Twitter to see what other people were saying, if they were still in my mindset, which literally everybody was in the same mindset. They're like, this show is fucking retarded. I'm sorry for saying retarded. But it just is. It's just these things like, why are we doing this? There's no reason why you're going to choose one day of this party of happiness, which, by the way, if you've ever been married, which you have, right? Do you remember? Did you have a good time?
We had more of a family event.
Okay.
Yeah, we did something real low key and just had
You didn't
fun.
have a wedding planner or anything.
We didn't have a wedding planner.
Okay.
We didn't. So it was just family, and we just had fun.
All right. Well, I guess I'm an uppity douche that did have a wedding planner. So we didn't really get to enjoy it because what they're doing the whole time is they're whisking you like, all right, it's picture time, it's cake cutting time, it's time to do the first dance, and you don't really get to enjoy that day with each other. So I'm glad you did it that way, and you got to enjoy the day with your loved one, because we have more memories of being separate than together on our wedding day.
Right.
And that's the shame.
It's a very when everything is all said and done, they've done th's surveys. I think there's a documentary on it. Now you got my mind spinning. I'm gonna go look for the documentary. I think it's called After the Big Day. Honestly, I think I nailed it. I'm gonna Google that, or you could check it. You have the computer. I think it's called After the Big Day, or Day After the Big Day, or something like that. Anyway, they asked these people, like, after the whole wedding celebration was over, and they asked them, "What do you regret it? Like, you got it out of your system, so now we're asking you, do you look back at it and go, oh my God, you're so glad you just spent like $1 million, $500,000, like $250, 150, all these crazy elaborate fucking weddings, right?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some people go bananas for this shit. It's a mortgage. Like, they basically take out a mortgage for a wedding.
Right.
And like, I think overwhelmingly, like 70% of the women said, yeah, I regret it. It really was stupid. Like, I didn't get to enjoy myself. I really missed my husband. I wanted to be with my friends. I wanted to be with my family, blah, blah, blah. And
there you go.
I was like 70%.
Yeah. And that's why it's mortgage every fucking time.
Yeah. Is it? Come on. How many old adages? It's always better to own something.
Yeah, dude.
You already own each other. If you're really that fucking materialistic, then we don't need to be married.
And people will say, well, owning a home is materialistic.
No, it's mine. It's mine.
It's ours.
Rain will never hit my head.
Right.
Rain will never hit my head, no matter how bad shit could be. Let's say I lose all my stuff. I still got a roof over my head.
Yeah.
Isn't that part of the ultimate version of survival?
Or the American dream. What's the American dream? Like, it's the white picket fence, right?
This is where I tap out, because here I got a whole new one. The American dream is whatever the fuck you want it to be.
Right. Yes. No, I get. Yes.
So
I
it's
agree with
just
you.
a dream. Why are we labeling it an American dream? How about it's just a dream? These people come from all over to have a dream of a better life.
Better life, right? Better house.
They're fleeing religious persecution, all these horrible crimes that are going on in all these countries. People are trying, hey, I need to get out of here.
They want an Xbox. They want to fucking play Xbox, watch football, and scratch their nuts without having to worry about a bomb dropping on their house.
Right, but it's fair enough. Like, I have a right to survive. That's a civilized society.
Right, that's what it is. But the American dream. I
recognize your right to exist. You recognize my right to exist. And if we could have some fun along the way, all the better for it.
Exactly. But my point back to the American dream, it's, apple pie and all that bullshit. what is what do your parents teach you? You want to own a home someday, you want to have kids, 2 kids, why pick a fence, bank account with the
2.3
savings.
children. It was 2.3.
2 point, yeah, whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, I agree with you. But that's what's sold to you. So when I look at this show, nobody's ever tells you when you're growing up, like, have that marriage. That's the girl's dream. The guy's dream is to own the home. So that's where we were going into the show thinking there was going to be divorces happening here, like breakup city, but it's everybody's so loving and sweet. Show to me is just a crash and burn. If you like fixer uppers and like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna like that home and I like real estate and shit, it's cool. And you like wedding planning, it's cool. But I'm not. I think I'm out. I watched 2 episodes and I'm out. No moss for me. I'm going back to that leftover cooking show. Have you seen the leftover cooking show?
No.
This is the show we all need to be watching, because leftovers turned into other like 5-star cuisines.
Oh,
it's
like
fucking
a
genius.
little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then boom, a masterpiece.
Yeah, bro, they were taking fucking hamburger. This bitch took a fish sandwich and turned it into fucking French fry gnocchi.
That's funny.
Yo, it was fire. I would never think about doing something like that.
That's funny.
Yeah, barbecue. What the hell did this bitch do with a barbecue and like cherry pie? She made like a some sort of lasagna out of it. What the fuck?
Wow.
I would never think about that. And that's the shit. So, because just to wrap this up, on Thanksgiving, what I do is I take the turkey, the stuffing, the green bean casserole, all that shit, and my wife's father-in-law makes a brisket. We put that in a skillet, we mix it all the fucking together, and we throw it in an empanada and we bake that shit. So we make like a big Thanksgiving empanada.
A big Thanksgiving like calzone.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Oh my god, yeah. And that to me, it's like totally different. We're taking what was something else and making it a total other creation in another culture. Mm-hmm. So that show to me blows me away.
Those were
well watched.
Those were the what was it? The Korean tacos that everybody was talking shit about for years, right?
Yes.
And where did that come from? Like San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's where it started to blow up, like pop culture.
Yeah. Yeah, the Korean tacos and the trucks
out there. The Korean taco, all the taco trucks. So the guy was, I think, he was Korean, and like his mom was Korean, his dad was Spanish. So he's like, I grew up having Korean tacos, and he just, like, I'm not saying he created them, but I remember just obviously other people are Korean and Spanish. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to pigeonhole myself there.
It's too late. You've been pigeonholed.
I've already been pigeoned. Okay.
Oh man, well, this has been fun as always. I'm fucking lit. How about you? I
am good. I am definitely good. The Northern Lights is so smooth, and it's just a happy relax. It's just I mean, look at my demeanor. Yeah. Who couldn't be more relaxed and happy right now? Huh?
This cuttable bug. This cuttable bear bug. I was smoking on some Space Jam. This shit was so delicious. It's great indica, so I'm ready for fucking bed.
I gotta get. I meant to talk to you or your wife, because I think your wife knows. She seems to like them more. What are they called? Like the nectar collectors, like the straw.
Yes.
I saw you do a video of it the other day, and I went, "Wow, I'm sold."
What are you talking about? You did was, the Yokan one?
I don't remember the name. I'm sorry. But the video was good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's the Yokan flame, and it's sitting right actually in front of me right over here. I'm looking right the fuck at it.
Yeah, I want to see that to me makes a little bit more sense. I got, like you said, I got kids, so I don't really want to keep torches around. Right. So I don't really have the freedom to dab too much.
Yeah.
So when I do, I just have the little Puffco, my little Puffco pen. I have the Puffco Peak.
Sure.
Puffco something. I think it's the Peak.
The Peak is the E-Rig. I forget what the fuck that thing is called.
Puffco
Cloud?
No. Somebody will know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whoever
You know
knows
what's
what the hell
funny?
that thing's called.
You know
I
what's
forget. I've
funny?
never used it actually.
It's cool. It's got, you know what? I'll do a quick little thing here. This is the only one I have. So let's see. It's still got some stuff on it. Oh, wait. I like
Yeah.
the camera there.
There
So
you
you
go.
just put the, so it's a little, you know, ceramic bowl. And you put it in there and you go ahead and vape.
I do not. I wish I knew the name. I'm sorry. Hold on,
Neat. Nah,
real quick.
I don't remember either. That's a funny thing. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't really care. They're a big
Puffco
company.
Plus.
They don't really care, but their customer service was not very nice.
That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame. That's a real shame. I do not own a Puffco, and that is called the Puffco Plus, the portable vaporizer.
Plus,
It's
okay.
$90. The Yokan, the Falcon, it's a 6-in-1. It does dry herb. It acts like a normal vape pen and a connector collect. It's pretty fucking dope, and I think it's about $79, about $10 cheaper than that. And my wife has a coupon code. It is Hazy15. That saves you 15%, and we do not get anything.
I like it. No, I like it.
Yep.
I like it.
Yokan is a dope ass company.
Because I think that's easy for me to kind of just, you know, whenever I can have the time.
Right. Yeah, Yokan's the most affordable, convenient when it comes to their nectar collector pens. Their simplified pens. Their Dive was one of my favorite. Oh no, the One was one of my favorites. Then they came out with the Dive, which is one my wife uses like every night when we're on the couch. That's her go-to. She has a little dish and she just nectar collects all fucking day. And the Falcon, the one you saw that video of, is fun as fuck. So if you want to see that video, check it out. It's on Instagram. It's a reel I did. GoStoner Life.
I'm gonna see it again. So I'm gonna watch it again. But I'm gonna pick one up.
Yeah, man. Awesome. You got anything going on this week?
I am still trying desperately to convince a couple of celebrities to just come on. I think
where were we at? Tia Carrere was last time we talked, right? Yeah.
She did respond. She literally kind of said, you know, I don't think so, but which was nice. No, I mean,
a polite go fuck yourself. All right, love it.
No, but I give it credit. Like, she could have been rude.
She could have.
You know, look, lots of other celebrities I reached out to didn't even bother to, you know, I mean, I don't know if they were just thinking I'm too good for this, or if they have somebody who handles that media for them. Sometimes they have like an assistant.
Most do, yeah, for sure.
Well, you'd be surprised. You don't know how many of these celebrities went broke this past year.
Really? Pandemic got them good?
Some people, that's how they live. They just, a lot of money comes in at once, and then little by little it's gone. And then they got to do another project. That's why they say always be working. You got to always have money coming in.
Right?
But
I heard a wise man say that once.
I wanted, you know, to get a few of these people on. I got a few people who said yes, but not really committed.
Yeah.
So,
hey, one day we'll do some interviews. We'll get some famous people on here. We'll get some.
I hope so.
Some funny motherfuckers to smoke some weed with us.
A whole bunch of questions for some of them.
Yeah, totally, man. I fucking love it. Well, man, it's been great. What are you plugging? You're not plugging anything? Got a Facebook? Your goodness.
Bluntnews.com. I am in the process of getting the website up. Instagram. At the _blunt_news. Facebook is just at the Blunt News.
Yeah.
There is a YouTube channel.
There is.
There is. But I have done nothing with it.
So go subscribe and maybe he'll start doing
something. I think I have like an old video up there just to like hold a place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, awesome. You guys could follow me at GoStoner Life on literally all fucking platforms, YouTube, Facebook, whatever it might be. Thank you guys so much for watching. For GoStoner Life, me, myself, Brian, thank you guys as always. 2 Jews in the News. We will catch you next week. Peace, mofos. Stay lit. Bye.
Bye.